Yeah. It's another one. SL Digital Media is right here. We got Shana Simone here, a girlfriend, or it's our niece. She's coming on Lexx Unapologetically, whatever. Y'all gonna have to say that word. I'm a little under the weather anyway. So for this night, you're definitely gonna be putting in some words. Shana Simone is on tap right now. SL Digital Media. It's another one.
Hey. What's up? Back on Scarfo Live podcast. I'm excited.
All righty. Let's go right to it. You did an event a while back, and I was supposed to get y'all on here, but it's been like a little scheduled thing. So tonight we get a chance to talk about that. We get to talk about your niece and everything that she's doing, as a poet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's uplifting Mondays right here on the SL Digital Media. If you're not uplifting nobody, escort yourself away from me, please.
Bye.
All right now. So you're on the podium tonight. Take us on that little trip from the past, from that event that you had. I think your family showed up a little bit at that one, right?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah. Man. Okay.
It was a true family affair. Like we all came together. It was actually, and you saying you under the weather. I'm still getting my voice back. I've been hoarse I had a whole post-nasal drip situation. It took my voice away.
Yeah. It's the weather though.
This weather is killing me right now.
It's definitely.
So August 4th, I had my debut solo concert in Wilmington at Theater Inn at Nemours. And it was a packed house. I had so much love in the room. All my family came. Now, you know how big my family is.
Oh, yeah. It's like 18 million thousand of y'all.
Oh, my gosh. Like, for y'all that don't know, I had 12 siblings in the family. We got, I lost count. I think we're up to, 20-something or 30-something nieces and nephews. Then we got, 8 great nieces and nephews. We're just a huge family. But everybody came out. And I just impromptu, I went off stage and passed the mic. And everybody loved it. So I put my dad on the mic. My aunt got on the mic. My nephew sang.
Wow.
My niece did spoken word. It was just a great time. Like, it felt good to finally get up there and just do Shana Simone. Like, nobody else's show. It was my show. I called the shots. I picked the songs. I had my band there, 5-piece band. My crew from Philly, I reached back out to some of my musician friends in Philly, and we came together and had a ball. So I did.
Philly.
Yeah, Philly was definitely in the house. I had some people come from Philly that I went to high school with. It was just like a big reunion. It was such a good time. And so, you know me, I like to blend all different genres. So I called it Soul of a Woman. And it was what I call the perfect blend of inspirational R&B and jazz music. So I blended it all together. And when I got feedback from everybody that came, they said I definitely delivered that. So I was happy about that.
Cool. Well, based off the pictures, I definitely saw it was definitely a good look for you.
Thank you. It was a good time. I did some jazz. For the first time publicly, I did some actual scatting. I've always been nervous to do that because scatting is such a technique that you have to really, really study. And being a singer, that if you don't know your notes,
you gotta know what you're doing.
Right. So
or else you're gonna sound like a hot mess.
Right. So, and I got some good feedback about it. Like, everybody's like, when you gonna do a jazz show? So now, I got a couple people telling me they really liked my jazz sound. So now I'm thinking about maybe doing a show with just all jazz at some point. So I can't hear you.
You hear me now? I know you do.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I'm muted and then I go in and out. Yeah. Jazz is definitely one of the best parts. If you can institute it to your singing, you can get in places that, I mean, on any given day, you might sound totally different on tape than when you did it live
Yes, definitely.
because it's in the moment. In the
Exactly.
jazz is in the moment type of
Yep.
vocalism.
Yep. It's impromptu. Like that's the best part about it. It's
If you if
non-judgmental. Yeah.
if you listen to Stokely from Mint Condition, he sounds different every time.
I love his voice. He's a genius, by the way. But yeah.
But he studied jazz. He's a jazz theory guy though.
Got you. I
That's what.
can hear that.
Yeah, he's jazz theory for real.
I can definitely hear that. Yeah.
He's the only one that put jazz in R&B and actually had success with it.
How about it?
I mean, consistently put different songs out that really sounded great, even for an R&B person to listen to.
Right. Yeah. It
Because
works.
everybody don't listen to jazz.
True. Very true.
Everybody don't listen to jazz. But back in the day, that was significant, and people listened to jazz, like your parents.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Especially in the African American culture, it was big back in the day. So that's how we expressed ourselves. The thing I love about jazz is that you don't even have to rehearse half the time. You
No, you
just get
don't.
up there and you just start creating, and whatever comes out, that's it. That's the beauty of it.
But that's singing though. That's singing. Like you can get the song, but then now you got to turn it to the way you would interpret it.
Right. True. Yeah.
So it's all about interpretation. How can you go here and go there?
Right.
Do you remember though your truest night that you ever sang in your life? One night, everything you did, it just seemed like, wow, I was amazing. I couldn't even believe, or you get to the point where you couldn't believe hitting the notes. And it could have been because the band was on top of everything, because the band got to be tight.
Yeah. I don't know. A lot of times when I did the wedding band circuit, because I did that for years, and those were probably some of my better nights. But I'm my absolute own worst critic. So even if everybody was to tell me that I just did the ultimate performance, I'm still gonna have some critique in my mind. So like for example, my concert, everybody's like, "Oh, you did so good. It was great. We enjoyed it. We loved it." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, there was so many musically wrong things that happened that night." And everybody's like, "We didn't even know." I'm like, "Great."
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, I would say I'm kind of proud of myself about that night. I feel like I could have done some things different with the sound and vocally. Some things were off with the band, but like everybody said, only I knew that. Nobody else knew it. But that night, I felt like I may have evolved a little bit in a sense because I finally stepped out on my own and did my own thing for the first time ever, and it felt amazing. Felt like an accomplishment.
Yeah, especially now, with people attention span is not really as strong as it used to be as far as music. Um, and then I'm always listening. I'm ear hustling what radio says, and people are not really paying attention to what they're really saying. But this is what I always will say: the only way it can come back, we gotta produce hits, not songs. A song won't do it. It's going to take, you can't keep using the fact that you're just a vocalist and people are coming to listen just for vocalism. It'd be a lot different when you got hits because you get bigger crowds.
Oh yeah, because as you know, there's a lot of singers out here that put out songs that are hits and they can't sing. I
Oh
talk about that
well,
all the time.
I mean,
Listen, my brother, that's a drummer in the industry, Brian. You know Brian Moore?
I
You
probably would
know
know him if I
Brian Moore.
saw him.
You would definitely know him, Brian Frazier Moore. So he's on tour right now. He's been playing for Pink for a long time, but he's played for Janet, Usher. The list goes on and on and on. And I was talking to him not too long ago, and he says, "Sis, I ain't gonna hold you. You don't even really have to have talent these days. You just need a hit song, and that's it. Like
Yeah.
you can get on stage sounding like God knows what, but if people love that song, you
Oh
gonna
yeah.
sell some records. It's
But get
crazy. Like
but that's what messed it up. You
oh,
know.
absolutely, it messed it up big time. People don't like you're saying. People don't listen anymore for the appreciation of true music. Like they just want a good beat or a good melody, and half the time they don't even have that. It's the same syncopated beat the whole way through the song, the same rhythm the whole way through, and people love it. So you don't even really have to have that anymore. You just gotta
Well,
have a catchy hook.
the females are the only ones that's really making noises in the music industry as far as R&B. So if you're a R&B female, I think you should be very encouraged.
You think
As
so?
far as the men, I mean, technically, I think Chris Brown is the only one with Usher. And
Ah,
they've been around for a long time, but there isn't anybody new that's packing it up like them.
yeah, I guess you're right.
Usher has a residency
Yeah, he's in Vegas. He's
because he got
in
hits.
Vegas. People sell. He sells out every time. I know some people who went. They said his tickets are like, whew, you could pay like $800 to see him in Vegas. Like it's crazy. But he's achieved that level. But yeah, I guess you're right. And you know what? That's kind of with all genres of music. Like um, I don't know if you keep up with Kirk Franklin and Ty Tribbett, but they come on live all the time and rant about how the industry, they rant about the industry. And Kirk Franklin, he's known for like when he gets up and gets an award, he's known for passing it off to somebody because he's like, there's a lot more talent in this industry that's not being recognized. It's the same people all the time. Kirk Franklin, the talent manager,
Yeah,
you know,
but that's all part of it. What they're doing is if nobody steps up and they give them the awards, it's dousing the talent down and it's making people say, oh, all right, it's regular. Because we go off of awards.
mhm,
Even though we don't, people say, I don't want it. You need an award.
yeah,
You have to have awards. And to me personally, I don't think it's only but a couple people that I would really go see
mhm,
based on the music that I listen to.
really.
I would go and see SZA.
Okay, I like her
I
music.
would go and see Coco Jones.
Yes, definitely.
I would go see her. I think she's then it's her.
Her. What about Jasmine Sullivan?
I mean, I go and see Jasmine. Yeah,
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 Jasmine.
I definitely. I mean, Jasmine is a master vocalist though. She,
Jasmine
she
is just comparable to none. Like, oh my gosh, pick up your feelings. When she put out "Pick Up Your Feelings," I was like, whoa,
well, she's
hold
she's
up.
one of those singers though that can sing anything.
Oh my god, she just
Yeah,
it
she can
did.
sing anything.
You know what? My daughter is she loves to sing, and she's 14, and she can do pick up your pieces like just like Jasmine Sullivan. And I'm like, girl, if you don't bring that out,
Wow.
I'm gonna start exposing her in a minute. She's real shy, but on the low, like she can even mimic Jasmine Sullivan. I said I might have me a diamond in the rough here.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
know.
Now,
Yeah, I'm gonna have
now,
to start pushing her.
I had another female on here a couple months ago, right? And I told her I knew a girl that was more advanced than Jasmine when Jasmine was 15 years old. She was out of North Philly. Her name
Okay.
was Angel. Angel was ahead of Jasmine Sullivan at that
Oh
time.
wow.
And Jasmine was young, fire, of course,
Yeah.
but you could tell the and the girl sung jazz too.
Okay.
But she never took it serious. She
Okay.
would go in the booth, kill the song, but she's sitting there playing with a game while she's singing.
Got you. Yeah.
And
Some
so
people.
she didn't care about singing because when we went to go get her all the time, she was like, what time we leaving? Well, you ain't get there yet. You know, so you know, so
Yeah,
but
some people just don't
mechanics.
want it. They don't either they don't take it seriously or they don't want it. I don't know what it is, but it's a lot of people like that with raw talent that just
Yeah.
don't take that step, to put themselves out there. I get it. I mean, it's not for everybody and it's not an easy thing to do. So everybody has their place. I know people that can sing you off the stage, but they don't want to be in the forefront. They want to sing background. But hey, somebody's got to sing background, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I honestly did you see Usher redo uh the song that her did?
Did he
You gotta
redo
you
it?
gotta
Who
you
did
gotta
he
punch it up.
duet with her?
Whoever the girls were, they were from the UK. Usher was singing live. And see, once again, Usher is a master, he's a master vocalist also. So, and to me, if him and Chris Brown would have went at it, Chris Brown would have had more up tempos,
Yeah,
but them love records would have went to Usher.
yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Cause I
Yeah.
mean, that song Superstar was underestimated.
Hmm.
Now you want to hear something funny? Soon as I started talking about that 2 years ago, right? All of a sudden, it started popping up.
Oh, really?
It was popping. Look, it was a couple things that I said on my podcast that popped up.
Okay, okay.
So I know they was paying me some attention.
You called
Matter
it.
of fact,
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna talk about the hip hop person, but I heard him use my words. That's how I knew.
Oh,
That's how. But that's all people do.
that's a good
You
thing.
know, yeah, but that's all people do. People
Yeah.
go on people's shows.
Oh, all the
That's
time.
why I don't really go and really watch other people's shows because I don't
Mhm.
talk like them. And I'm a music guy for real. You
Yeah.
know, so I've been in the offices and met the executives, like the ones that some of them dream to have met. You know,
Hmm.
I really did meet those people. And
Okay.
I went on the road. In fact, that same deal that NSYNC had, they
Hmm.
was offering us to go over to the UK.
Oh,
150,
wow.
it was 150 shows. They was gonna pay us like because this is what they did to get themselves out there. They had
Hmm.
150 shows for about a year and a half, but they was gonna take you over to the UK.
Uh-huh.
They was gonna pay us what was it 1,500 a night per show,
Hmm.
plus they took care of everything else. But you know, it didn't happen, but it wasn't because of me or, you know, the other guy didn't want to do it. So we never went. But that's
Okay.
the type of deals they came from the grind like that.
Wow. 150 shows. Whew, that's a lot.
I mean, and they was confirmed because the people we were with at the time was Columbia. So
Oh,
Columbia was setting it up
wow.
and
Hmm.
we was in the studio. Trust me, they knew who we were because
Hmm.
we was in the studio. I'll put it this way. They knew who we were. I'm gonna just leave it at that. And a lot of the managements that really did well during the late 90s and early 2000s, they definitely knew who we were.
Hmm.
So ever since then, though, you know, I haven't really been doing music. You know, I know
Why
I'll throw us.
not? 'Cause
I
you
throw,
got
but
some
I
good stuff to put out there now.
no, I throw out commercials. You know, where I'm
Yeah,
always
you
promoting the
got some
show.
good songs. You might have to give me a song to do.
Oh, listen, people don't know I know how to write. You know,
Yes.
I mean, I actually wrote on who was it? We did him up in Chunking Studio. Freddie Jackson.
Okay. I like some Freddie Jackson.
We were dealing with Charles and Bo Huggins. That's why I try to tell everybody we really was in these offices. And
Hmm.
it was a song we did. It was like a bop record.
Mhm.
and that's his style, bopish. Unless you
Okay.
just give him a killer slow record, and that's what he's really known for. But he got some good mid ups like "Dance Tonight," and that song is hot right there.
Oh, I love all his music.
Yeah, but mechanically though, for his age, man, he could sing anything.
Oh, yeah, he can. I still been keeping up with him. He's still doing his thing out there.
No,
He's getting up
mechanically,
there, but oh, mechanically, yeah.
mechanically, he's still there. Matter of fact, it was a white guy group that came on the show a couple months ago. I think they do his his engineering or something. Like that, I think that his engineer, because he even popped up or on the next day and hit like on the joint.
Oh, okay.
So he was, he was around.
He was checking in, checking
But
in.
but but I was trying to figure out, did he remember that we were at Chunk King Studio? See, I never got a chance to talk to him.
Yeah, you had to talk to him.
No, well, I got the,
He probably.
I got my writers on it, so I mean that's the most important thing. I was able to get the writers on it, and that's why I was big on. I was big on that. I could tell people about projects that was going on where people were
Mhm.
calling, and I was
Yeah.
literally the person that was they were talking to. I mean, I had to get it to somebody else, but you talk about A&Rs and managements that was calling me on a regular, you name it. You name it, I was doing it. So I said, look, I'm gonna end up doing a podcast or something because I'm a music guy anyway. I
Right.
DJ'd, so I know what a hit is.
Right.
Um, and of course, I did sports. What as far as doing the mic and everything. So I kept myself going the whole time.
Mhm. Yeah, you do. You gotta keep it. You do. You have to keep yourself motivated and keep yourself involved and
Yeah.
in the loop, as I say.
So you got your project coming. You told me it'll be done in about another week. So
Yes.
that'll be another day. Tell us a little
Yes.
bit something about that.
Oh man, I'm so excited. So this is a mid to up tempo song called "Don't Block Your Blessings." So I'm hoping that I can get it on the R&B side of things because it's not gospel, but it's kind of like it is still inspirational. But I have a rapper on there, and then I have a children's choir on there. Um, I bought the track off of this producer in Philly named Just in Case. Just in case, I like that. And then I had a little extra stuff done to it, and then I'm gonna get my brother Brian Moore to spice it up and throw his drums on it and enhance it and take it up to a whole nother level. And then once I get all that done, I'm gonna get it mixed, mastered, and hopefully, I don't know. I mean, I'll probably have it to play within the next couple of weeks, but to release to the public, I gotta make sure it's right. So I'm thinking sometime in December. Out by the end of the year, I'll have it like released. But it's called "Don't Block Your Blessings." So I'm pretty much telling people, we go through life, complaining, why isn't this working out? Why isn't this working out? Why isn't this happening for me or whatever? And they fail to look themselves in the mirror and take accountability for their part of it. Like, you want these things to happen, but have you played your part in making them come into fruition? So that's what "Don't Block Your Blessings" is about. And it can appeal to anybody, like everyday people. So
Well,
I'm excited.
I mean that's a real life terminology, scripture
Mhm.
wise. Don't block your blessings. And then
Mhm.
you can't believe everybody that's always talking about how you back anyway. So,
Right.
sometimes people are jealous of what a person could do or whatever. Social media has exploited that to the
Absolutely.
fullest,
Oh
to the
yeah.
fullest. And
Mhm.
just remember that, you never know. One thing about social media, it's good when it's good, but man, you just don't know what might be happening when it don't be
Yes,
good.
it's bad when it's bad. It's bad.
It's
It's
bad as
good when it's
bad.
good, but it's bad when it's bad. So
Bad when it's
just as
bad.
equally.
Exactly.
So true. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do that song because I'm back at the SOAR Awards in March, back on the main stage. This year, they're actually televising it. So I don't know what network it's going to be on, but I'm really excited about that. So, of course, I need to do an original song to promote my own brand, but I think I'm trying to pull off Don't Block Your Blessings. The only tricky part to it is that I do have a rapper on there and I do have a children's choir on part of it. So I don't know. I have to figure out how I'm gonna make that happen. If not, I could probably figure something else out to sing. But
Well, the chords better be serious.
Mhm.
When they play it, it better be serious.
Oh yeah.
Because when you go to church, they're not playing. So,
They not
the
playing.
chords are the songs. I mean, if you go and look at anybody who did great performances from a church setting, whether it's not on TV or not, I'm telling you, you could tell from that band.
Well, let me tell you what. The SOAR Awards is the second largest gospel awards show in the country, and the band and the sound guys that they have on stage are top notch. They're known throughout the whole all they're known throughout the music industry, period, not just gospel, but these guys do it right. So the MD is Phil Feaster. His name is Phil Feaster, and he don't play. So the sound is absolute quality. So that's what makes it even more exciting. They have background singers up there for me. They got the band, they got the sound techs, they got yeah, it's a whole nother level. It was a new experience for me. As a matter of fact, I had scheduled for my own makeup artist. I scheduled for different things, and the coordinator was like, all award shows have a full makeup artist backstage. They have somebody to do this, do that. I didn't know this was my first time, so now I know this time going back what to expect. So okay, I don't have to go hire my own makeup artist. They got somebody on site. I know what to expect backstage, and now I think when I go back this time, more people will remember me and know who I am this time around, and I'll be more knowledgeable on what to say when I'm in the spaces of and faces of the right people.
Shout out to Gino. Okay, Gino, I see you over there.
Hey Gina, how you doing? Thanks for checking in with us.
Gino from Texas.
All right. You a
Texas.
Cowboys fan, Gina? No, you in Texas. You a Cowboys fan?
Man, I don't even want to get into that, man. I don't want to
We're
get
not going
into
to
that.
talk about football right now. That's for another show.
Yeah, well, believe it or not, the Cowboys had a chance to come back and win that game. It just fell a
Don't
little
do it.
short. But
Yeah, it
I'm
was
gonna
a
tell
close
you,
game.
yeah. But what I'm gonna tell you, the NFL loved it because it was it was all about the talk after it was over anyway, and it went to the wire. So
Oh my gosh. And the Eagles fans are just going insane right now. I mean, listen, I can't even hate because the Eagles are doing their thing this year. They are just killing it.
the Eagles are going to be good for about 4 to 5 years
Okay.
based on age. The only thing that can hinder any football team is if your top quarterback gets hurt.
True.
That changes everything. Look at what
I
happened to
mean,
the
unless
Jets.
you have a second string quarterback that's just as good, that's just been sitting on the bench waiting.
Yeah,
Sometimes
but
you got a second string that comes in and kills it. So
yeah, well, I tell you what, football, you need one of them.
a good quarterback.
You need a good backup
Oh, a
because
good backup. Yeah.
you're going to get hit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You're going to get
Definitely.
hit.
I saw
So
that what's his name is back. Oh what's his name? DeMar Hamlin? Is that his name?
yeah, yeah, he came back a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he's not playing, but I was so glad to see him on the field. He, just out there rooting for his team and stuff. I was like, oh, he gonna be back on the field in due time. But yeah, it was good to see him on camera.
He said, "I'm not a Cowboys fan. They have been nothing but a letdown." Oh damn!
Okay, thanks for confirming. So, what are you, a Texans fan? You in Texas? So, who else do you have? The Texans.
Man, listen,
Who else is out there?
he might be just talking about basketball. Wimbenyama.
Oh, I don't know.
No, well, no, that's the new young guy that's playing right now
What's
in basketball. Victor Wimbenyama.
I haven't
Oh, he's really good.
been.
Listen,
Okay.
he like 7'3", 7'4",
Oh wow, he's like a
body.
That's taller than Manute Bol was.
But Newt Bowl was
How tall
7'6".
was he? Oh, was he? Okay. I
But
know he was up
but
there because I
Manute
used.
didn't have that lateral movement though. He has great
He just
lateral
had
movement.
the height. Yeah.
Yeah, Manute, he
I
could block
used to see
shots.
what's his name in the clubs in Philly. He used to hang out there back in the day. The player I just said. He used to be in the clubs in Philly all the time. He was so tall, I would be like, "Hi."
Oh no. Manute Bowl used to be in the clubs. You know
That's
who
what
else
I'm
used to be in the
talking
club?
about.
Yeah,
Who?
Michael Irvin used to be in Philly a lot too.
Okay. Yeah,
Michael Irvin was in Philly. Um,
Yeah, Manute Bol was always out at the club. What was that club at Seventh and Arch? Do you remember? They changed the name of it so many times. But I used to I used to see him there a lot.
I forgot the name of that.
I
The
know.
Phoenix.
I think it was the Phoenix years ago, and then they changed the name like I don't know how many times. I can't even remember what it was called when I was going. But yeah, he used to hang out there sometimes. He'd pop up. But
I think it was called the Phoenix.
okay, I think you're right. And then they changed it, and I can't
Yeah,
think
it
of
used to
what they
be
changed it
Thursday
to.
nights there.
Yeah, Thursday night. Mm-hmm. Yep. So with my show coming up in Philly, there's a promoter in Philly. I'm thinking I'm sure you know him, Lynn Brown. I think you said you ran into him. So Lynn Brown, I've been just following his shows for years. I mean, my family used to show up to all his comedy shows. He does the best comedy shows in Philly. They sell out all the time. And my family just recently got back in contact with him. So he's been trying to do some shows here in Delaware and Wilmington, trying to build a following out here. Because my brother-in-law has a new shop in the Concord Mall. It's a luxury barber shop called Hair Kings. And they do shows called Comedy at the Shop because it's a huge barber shop. So they do shows right there at the shop. You can actually get your hair cut while you're watching the show. It's so cool.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah, it's really nice. So you got to check them out.
Yeah, Lynn Brown, right?
So I ran into him at the show and I was like, Lynn, what's up? I'm back doing things. I'm back on the mic. I'm back performing. We got to do something like good old days. He said, let's do it. He's like, so he reached out to me. He said, you want to bring your show to the Shaking Crab? I sure do. So this time I'm doing a focus on R&B. And once again with my live band, once again with Lexx Unapologetically. I wish she would come on here because her story is crazy. Scarfo, you have to bring her on here separately because her
She done went
story.
she done went Hollywood. She done went
Listen,
platinum. She done went platinum. So
listen.
might be
She's
hard for her.
selling shows out. She's been doing shows back to back. They booking her like crazy because her spoken word is so just like she talking about stuff that people don't even want to talk about. And they're like, people are just being blown away by her spoken word, but her story behind her spoken word
Yeah.
is so like you have to do a segment just with her. So hopefully
Well,
if she can't come on tonight, you could do a separate segment with her telling her story and what's behind her spoken word.
yeah. Well, Lawrence, aka look at that. We got singers, the hip.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, that baby boy, Atlantic City. He think I ain't see when they was up there singing on with Paul Anthony. They be swearing that I don't be seeing none of this stuff, but I sees everything. Shout out to Atlantic City vocalist, baby boy, 120.
Oh my God, Scarfo, what am I going to do if my voice don't come back? I have to go see an ENT doctor this week because I keep. So back in June, I lost my voice. But I blame that on my daughter because she talked me into getting in on this roller coaster in Universal Studios, the best roller coaster in the world. I can't think of the name of it, but I think it was called the Raptor or something. And I lost my voice for a couple of weeks, and I got it back. Now here with the weather, that's what jacked me up this time. And I'm like, oh God, I got a month till my show, so I'm just really just trying to take it easy, drinking my ginger teas and lemon and honey, and just trying to get my voice right because I got band rehearsal coming up and I got to get this show right. I'm doing some Whitney Houston. I got some Sade on the billet. I got some let me see, Whitney Houston, Sade. I got some Faith Evans on there.
Uh-oh.
I got some
Wait,
Nia
wait a minute,
Baker.
wait a minute. What Faith Evans record are you doing? Won't you come over? Which one is it?
No, you got to come to the show to hear it. No, just kidding. She
What?
got as soon as I get
Oh yeah, yeah,
home.
yeah. She got records.
Yeah, as soon as I got home. You know what? I wanted to do her song "Caramel Kisses." I just thought about that. I don't know. I have to add that on there. "Caramel Kisses." It's another song of hers that I'm doing too. I can't think of right now.
Caramel Kisses. Okay.
Caramel kisses, you send my way. You know that one? I
No.
just don't
But
go
but
away.
but guess what? You hitting the notes, I could tell that's where she was at singing it.
That's. I think that's the key. I think that's exactly the key, actually. And I'm hoarse right now, so I don't
Yeah.
know. But
Soon as I get home is one of the records. But I mean, she did a hot record with Freeway, Burning Up. That record was fire.
yeah, I think
Burning Up was hot.
what's his name?
Uh
Carvin Higgins wrote one of her hit songs. Ooh, hold on, what is it? Um,
Carvin Higgins.
the
Okay,
rain,
Philly.
cause I know it, baby, who I am. If I had to do it all again, that one. Carvin Higgins wrote that.
Okay, Carvin Higgins, Philly.
Yeah, yeah. So she got some hits out there. I have to pay homage to Carol. I mean to her. I was gonna say Carol Riddick. Why is she in my mouth right now? Um,
You said
but
Carol
yeah,
Riddick name the
I
last time I
sure
talked to
did.
you.
Why did
You
I say
you
that?
you'll just be talking. Yeah, I went and got some chocolate chip cookies and thinking Carol Riddick had a song. I'm like,
Because if you're talking about music in Philly, you have to say Carol Riddick. Like, who doesn't say Carol Riddick when you're talking Philly music?
oh no, Carol Riddick is she's a staple actually in Philly. She been doing it for a minute too, and I think she's jazzy though, right?
She is. She does. She's doing a Gerald Beasley. Her and Gerald Beasley have been doing a Nina Simone tribute
Oh
concert that
man,
they've been touring with. She's been touring with Will Downing, and yeah, she holding it down as she has been for many years. I
oh
really
yeah,
really wish that she would come back and do a Phyllis Hyman tribute. She used to sing Phyllis Hyman back in the day and tear the house down.
shut it
She hasn't
down,
done it. Shut it down. She
shut it
hasn't
down.
done it. I don't know why she. I want her to bring that back. That Phyllis Hyman tribute is everything by Carol Reddick. She
Oh,
sounds
okay,
better than Phyllis Hyman doing her own songs. So
well it's all about them wanting to do it and timing.
I'm sure it's
If
something. Yeah,
yeah.
probably something we don't know why she's not doing it, but I'm sure first chance she gets, she'll do it again. So, but yeah, she's filling in for She's been touring with Will Downing doing Rochelle Farrell's part.
Oh low, oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what do we do to deserve this?
Yeah. Matter of fact, my husband's cousins live in Syracuse, and they put a Facebook live video up of a concert, and it was her on stage. I said, "Oh, that's my homegirl, Carol Reddick."
Yeah,
She up there in Syracuse, okay, doing her thing.
I'm gonna tell you an artist that I didn't know. Her show was really that good. It was years ago though when I saw Sade. Her show was really good.
I love her. I love Sade. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Yeah, Sade is. I like her because she's a mellow, smooth singer. She doesn't overexert herself. She stays within her range, and it sounds good. It sounds amazing.
Yeah.
She has her own vibe. It's R&B, but it's jazz at the same time. And then she throws the saxophone in. So I'm like, I gotta do some Sade. I love her music.
This is a great
So
question to you. Great question to
mhm.
you. What are your top three love songs you like to sing no matter
Ooh.
what? Now,
Um, hmm.
is you
I
gonna pick
love
out on a
singing.
limb? What you gonna do?
No, I absolutely love singing At Last. Beyonce did a version of At Last, and that's usually the one I replicate. Um, Funny Valentine is another favorite. Actually, I should have said that first. My Funny Valentine, the Shaka Khan version of My Valentine, is another one I love to
Oh
sing.
yeah, that's a big record though.
I love that song. Oh my gosh, now Scarfo, you making me think now. I'm gonna have to revamp
So
my
funny,
song list.
funny Valentine is one of them.
Funny Valentine. I love
Okay, so
singing that.
funny,
God,
funny
now I'm gonna have
Valentine.
to throw that into my show. Now I'm getting new ideas. Funny Valentine. What did I say? What was the first one I said? You know what I love to sing? I love Whitney Houston's "Run to You." I know
Oh yeah,
when you look at me, there's so much. I love singing that. So those are my top three that came to me right off the cuff. But it's so many more that I like to do.
yeah. Well, I studied. Let me just tell you who I studied. I studied Aaron and Charlie Wilson, so I could pretty much do what they
Oh,
do.
Aaron Hall.
Yeah, I was. That's what. In fact, that's what a lot of people called me.
Oh my
They used to call me. Now, here's the crazy part about this. We was down there with Teddy. We actually had Petty. We actually had paperwork with him
God.
at the time, and he didn't even know that was I could sing right there with ease,
Wow.
with ease. But then it's weird. Over the years, I started listening to Charlie, and what I like about Charlie is his lower register.
Okay.
Aaron had he was a good expressionist.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like his expressions were believable. You
Yes.
know, Charlie can sing mechanical and he got power and he's mechanical. He's well rounded, but
Yeah.
Aaron shouts.
He
Charlie
does a
don't.
lot of work.
Yeah, because on the song "I Miss You"
Yes.
at
That's
the
what I
end,
love about
he's.
him.
But ever since then, I've listened to the Charlie Wilson, the Gap Band. I love what the
Mm-hmm.
Gap Band music sounds like,
So do I.
and and so I just studied more and more on Charlie more than
Mm-hmm.
Aaron because I already kind of had Aaron style or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
I can use different notes.
They're both good vocals to study. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Blend the two of those together and you got a bomb there.
Because
Yes.
yeah, but I'm telling you, I have the power, I have the range, and I definitely got the low register.
That's why I don't understand why you're not you let me hear some of your stuff and it sounds good.
Listen,
I think it sounds really good. I don't know what you're waiting for anyway.
the music is good. I can just say this: if I do mess around with it again, it'll be a single couple. In fact, I got one. I already got one.
You do, because I heard your stuff. You have definitely have a single. You just gotta put it out there. Listen, if it don't go nowhere, it doesn't. If it does, great. What do you have to lose?
Well, here's the thing: I wanted to do well,
Yeah.
and I want people to, and so the song that I have, it's actually going to have to be a great band to play it.
Okay. We
So
can make that happen. You
if
can
if
take
the
as long as you
band,
want.
yeah, if the band can catch it, because I want horns and everything in it.
You know what? I get what you're saying because I have this other song that I've been trying to get this song produced all year long, and it's just not. I've had several producers try to write work with it, It's not what's in my head. So I get what you're saying. I have the full sound in my head, but to portray that to the musicians, I can't play the instruments. But that song is fully produced in my head. And when they send it back to me, I'm just like, that's not it. Like nobody's getting what I'm trying to get. So I get what you're saying. You
Yeah,
gotta get the
well,
right
yeah. I
thing.
mean, you want to feel confident in the record. The
Yeah.
one thing, my ear don't lie, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to recognize a hit
Yeah.
before it goes out.
Right.
See, because I DJ, that helped me, and I know what they playing right now, so my ear is relevant. I know what type of relevant type of song they would listen to.
Yeah.
In fact, when Summer Walker was on her way up, I was already
Mhm.
shouting her name out.
Speaking of which, what is your opinion of Summer Walker? What do you think of her?
I think she could sing. She's probably going to need some more cleaner music,
Okay. What is your
and
take on her?
because she can actually sing though, but she actually can sing.
She can sing. So I saw her on the Tiny Desk concert, and I like her music. I like her. She could sing, but her stage presence, like
Well, she ain't going back and forth around on the stage. She not doing that.
she sits there and that's it. She just sits there. Her facial expressions are just that's it. But somebody told me she has severe anxiety and she can't. She has something she has to do to even go out on stage. So she has very, very high anxiety. So her way of dealing with that is for her when she sings to stay seated. I said, okay, so that makes sense because I
Yes,
saw her perform and I'm like, she looks bored. Like
yeah,
she's
but
singing and
what
she
she
sounds
doing is,
beautiful.
yeah, but she's staying what we call it, calm.
She stays calm. Her whole like her face that she doesn't even I've never seen anything like it. She doesn't even make you watch her perform. She makes no facial expressions the whole time. She sounds amazing. I'm like, how can you sit that still and keep because I'm a as you could tell, my face, I got all kind of expressions going. So I can't understand how you can sing like that and sit there and be that calm and that just because somebody said it's her anxiety. I said, well, hey, she making it work.
Yeah, well, I mean, people like her. I
They
saw something online when she was performing live. People knew her
mm-hmm,
songs.
mm-hmm,
People like her.
mm-hmm.
You know, they like her. They like her. You know, you gotta be liked.
Right.
Um,
That's the key.
and you know, like I said, she can sing. I think she sounded better on the Tiny Desk.
Yeah. Oh, so you did see her on Tiny Desk?
Yeah, that was her beginning though.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, she got the makeup and everything. She was dressed regular on that show.
She was actually. Yeah.
Yeah, she was just coming up.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
she was on a little Afrocentric look.
Yeah.
They made her put dresses and stuff on and look like a female.
So got it. Who's this? What's he saying? What's Sarah saying?
Okay, he said, "Yo, you need to go in the studio, sit down with a piano player, and get the basis of your song together,
Mm-hmm.
then add the other pieces. Then you can hear everything that in your head.
Oh, that's
So
what I'm saying.
basically, just be
Okay.
ready to do the melody."
That sounds good. That's a great idea. Start with the keys and then I can build from that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you. That's actually how I did my first single, Forgive Me, Lord. I sang it, the melody, and I sent it to the producers. And then that's exactly what they did. They sent it back with the keys, and that was it. And once I gave them the thumbs up on that, we built from there. That's exactly what we did. Maybe that's what I need to do because I'm spinning my wheels with this song. Not Don't Block Your Blessings. It's another single that I'm working on.
Yeah, but sometimes, you know what? This is the reason why when people started saying write your own this that no, get opinions from other people
Yeah.
so that you can build it. You want a hit record.
Mhm.
So if it comes to a couple people actually writing it with you, you never know. That might be the reason why you know you stuck.
Well, the thing is the way I write my songs, the lyrics and melody come to me at the same time. So I can like I used to just write it. No, 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 no. I've always written my songs with the melody already going with the words. So, but in my head, I can hear every instrument and what it's doing. So, but he's right. If I stood there and sang it to the keyboardist, I wouldn't even have to tell the keyboardist what to play. They would hear what I'm doing and be able to do that part. And then
Yeah,
I
they
say,
just got to know your note,
right, the key I'm
and
in,
then
and then, mm-hmm,
theory. It's all about the theory. Can they catch the theory? But
right,
you know, you got to hit the right notes because remember when they play in theory, so they can actually tell you what note you was off
yeah,
and everything. Wait a minute, you got to hear this. That's what I learned when we
mm-hmm,
used to go to the studio. He was a keyboard player. In fact, he was on the road with Boys the Men when they was hot
mm-hmm,
hot, and it was Brian Williams. And he was teaching us, the theory of our backgrounds, and so we were
okay,
able to do backgrounds really well.
gotcha,
So I'm a well established background sing. I know how to do backgrounds, leads.
mm-hmm,
So I learned it the real way it
right,
was supposed to have been learned. They don't really do too many backgrounds now. So, but you got to stay in theory
yeah,
with what they
definitely,
playing.
right. And I have producers that'll also tell me, even after I've gotten the music and I want to go in and lay my vocals, there may be a note that I'm singing in there and it sounds good to me, but the producer will be like, "How about you do it like this instead?" And then when they play back what I was doing, I'm like, "Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, because he's
That's
telling you
definitely
he's
better."
telling you the real notes.
Yes,
So he's
yes,
telling you
I
the real
love
notes
that.
of where you're supposed to really take it so that it's going to sound right.
Exactly. And I was like, 'cause the one song I was doing, I just knew I was getting that note. He's like, "No, you just a tinge." And when he told me how to do it, I was like, "Oh, that's way better."
Yeah, because they actually know the theory. They know what
Yeah,
note to come off of, and especially
exactly.
those people that get on the road and do those big time artists from the past.
Mhm. Yeah. So it's always good to have. That's why you can't be so close. You can't be close minded as an artist. You have to be open to other people's input and opinions, and you can't take stuff like people are criticizing you. You have to take it constructively and like, okay, thank you. Now there's a difference when somebody's just really dogging you or trying to tell you, oh, trying to down talk you. But if you got somebody to know what they're talking about, you might want to pay attention and listen and learn
Well, that's all
because
about if you want to learn. So
hmm
I was all in learner's mode, and
hmm
I mean I go back to like ADAT cutting digital when it first
oh my
got there.
god.
But I was able to go into big studios and sing on the $10,000 mics that Mike
Mhm.
Jackson was using. So we actually did two songs at the Hit Factory.
Oh, okay.
Booked it out, and
hmm
we were also at Quad Studio. That's actually where Tupac got hit. I mean, well, he
Oh,
got shot right there.
oh, okay.
So that was like a well-known Quad Studio was a well-known studio. Just
hmm
just growing up though, I was meeting everybody before they came out. I met the Fugees up in East Orange before they came out with the
hmm
score.
Yeah.
Um, and what's the name? He just passed away. He was in a car accident. He was managing us at the time. His name is Adil Bayan. Rest in peace.
hmm
Adil Bayan he used to manage us, and he was Robert Cool Bell's uncle from
Okay.
Cool in the Gang. So we
Oh,
would
okay.
we would kind of see Cool in the Gang, and whenever we was around, but whenever we was around them, they had us around everybody.
Okay.
So I was this is when I was really I even was at the mansion where all of us was, where I don't know if you remember when MC Hammer did Pumps in the Bump. Okay, that house right there was actually New Kids on the Block's manager house, Dick Scott.
Okay,
So
okay.
we met Dick Scott before, um, Sylvia Rome, Tina Davis. These are the exact now. Kim Jackson was at she was at Def Jam. In fact, when we was up there, the incident with Puffy and what's his name? Heavyset guy. Heavyset guy. That had just happened like 2 days before we got there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Was it
So
Shine you talking about the situation with Shine where he did time for Puffy?
no, it was one of them exec guys Puffy was dealing with. I
Okay,
forgot his name, but
okay.
we kind of came up there to that after that, and
You heard about this stuff they trying to pin on Puff, right?
listen, everybody done heard about it.
What you think about that?
Well, I tell
Do
you
you
what.
think they want to bring him down? Because they once they got their nails in you, they gonna get you down some kind of way.
Well, the only thing is, there's no proof of that money thing. The
Okay.
$1 million, it was $1 million supposed to have been issued for it. So that was a whole right there. If he could prove that, then it would be that would put the nail in the coffin. That
Yeah,
means premeditated.
yeah. You got that thing. You got. Whew, I know you probably saw Mace when he came on and was ranting about all the stuff that he went through with Bad Boy and all the stuff that's just mysterious about everybody that was on the Bad Boy label and how so many of them are gone now. Even Craig
Yeah,
Mack died young. Like they all died just in crazy ways at like young ages. And he was
yeah.
like, "It's
Well,
too many of us left. You got to pay attention." And I'm like, "Ooh,
well, put it to you this way:
oh,
if they got something on him and they really want to get him, they'll do it to him.
yeah, they
So,
gonna get it." Now they trying to say he had something to do with Kim Porter dying. I'm like, "Oh my gosh." They want him for some reason. They want him, and he better have some ironclad proof that he's innocent. Cause
well, he's still moving around. He's still
mhm,
being, he's at wards, and I know he hears about everything, but
yeah,
until they say 100%, he not worried
yeah,
about it.
yeah,
That's a lawyer thing anyway.
yeah. I'm
You
sure
know,
he lured up.
yeah. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the music industry is one of those industries that you have to watch yourself. Period.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah. You
And
got
it's
to
been
be
like that
very
since the beginning of time, though. That's just
yeah,
another incident that happened.
yeah,
It was other incidents that was going down. It's just
right.
that because you got to also understand the dynamics of what is it going to do for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to turn back then. It made you from rags to riches.
Oh yeah. Until everything started coming out about how the record labels were stiffing people.
But at the
You
same
know,
time,
rags
that was
to
still it
riches.
still was more money than you could ever fathom.
True.
This is how they look at it.
Mhm.
You're going to get more money than you ever had in your lifetime.
Right. Yep.
Now, how they put it together and what you get out of it, you just want to be one of the ones to get a lot out of it.
Yeah.
Because when I last checked back then, I could have sworn a CD was $25.
Was it? I don't even. Ah.
They was 19, depends on who it was, 25.
Yeah. If it was a
On
full
the average, it
album,
was
yeah,
twenty
you're right.
dollars. But I'm gonna tell you where it went wrong for artists
Mhm.
when they took the physicality away from the music. You no longer had an intellectual property. You no longer had physical evidence with a barcode on it.
Yeah.
Now listen to this. They got it to the point now where all you got to do is you get it downloaded, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's downloading it.
Oh, wow.
I mean, everybody got Spotify, this, that, other, but
Yeah.
you getting it off of a paid app.
Yeah.
Nobody physically is saying, I'm going to spend $1 to get this single.
I do it.
Yeah, but it ain't. I think females are the only ones. Men don't do it.
Really? You don't think so? I don't know. If I
I don't think
really,
so.
really like a song, I will pay $1.99 on Apple Music for it. I will to have it in my catalog so that I can listen to it whenever I feel like it without commercials and ads. So
Men
it
didn't
just
really
depends on
buy
the
it.
person.
Listen, men didn't even really buy that much back then. Women were
Yeah,
buying the music.
yeah. They'll be like, oh, the album coming out today, girl. I'm going to get my copy. You know, we'd be right there at the store.
And you anticipated. You
We
anticipated the
did.
release.
We did, yeah.
Now, well, some come out. Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
you go to oh yeah. Well, look, it was a great interview.
That's why, yes, great interview. Yep, it's already 10 after 11 10. 10 11. It would
Yeah,
be, yeah. I
absolutely.
just, yeah. So I'm just hoping I can get people to come out on December 2nd. We're gonna be on Snyder Avenue at the Shake
South
and
Philly.
Grab, South Philly, 7 p.m. No dress code, parking on site. There's gonna be food and drink for purchase, a full bar in the house.
What
We're gonna have a
time?
good time. 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:30, 6 o'clock or 6:30 they open. And we're gonna have some jazz, R&B with a dab of inspiration thrown in there. And you never know what I might be have, surprises that night. People that just gonna come up on the mic. I might have a special guest, but I didn't announce it yet because it's not confirmed. But somebody that's a true R&B diva might be my special guest at my concert on December 2nd. So get your tickets. They $30 and you won't be disappointed.
All right. Follow Shana Simone Facebook.
Shana
She
Simone
said,
official
get your
on
tickets while they
Instagram.
can.
Get your tickets.
Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and
Shana
make
Simone
sure you
official.
purchase a ticket for that big day. What's the date on it again?
December 2nd. Saturday, December 2nd. And the tickets are on sale right now on my website on shanasimone.com. If you're listening to this, I'm going to give you a promo code. If you type in 5 off promo, when you check out in your cart, you'll get $5 off your ticket. And that's a special thanks for watching our podcast tonight. Oh, and I didn't want to forget, my concert is being sponsored by Rick's Funeral and Cremation Services out of Philadelphia. Check them out. They do top notch. I know it's something we don't like to talk about, but Rick's Funeral and Cremation is sponsoring my concert, and Lynn Brown Group is curating it. So had to give those shout outs as well.
Yeah, Lynn Brown. Shout out to Lynn Brown. Like I told you, I saw him out one day, and I was like, "Yeah, I got to get you on the show." He said, "Yeah, man, hit me up." But you came in as an interpreter, so Lynn Brown, Shana Simone. Thanks for coming on to SL Digital Media.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate
Continue.
It. It's a good time. I'll be back when my single drops.
There you go. When the single drops, she's back. Thanks for coming out.
All right. Have a good one. Be blessed.